Well, welcome to Cooking Noodles, Part 2. But this time we're doing dirt. Last time we did transmons, black and white. This time we're doing dirt like we did when last year we made sausage wraps, or no, sausage burgers. But this time I'm going to do a twist. First, but I'm going to make it more fun and more good. Last video, you remembered pour 300 liters of water and then turn up the heat to 9. Last video I told you this. And I'll let this go in the middle to heat. Until the water starts bubbling, I'm not putting the noodles in. This is my favourite is beef barbecue, like I told you from last video. So we are going to open air dried, not fried. Look at this, it's like a spice mixer, like I told you about. While the water starts sizzling, this time I'm going to put some butter on, because I want to make it decent. Before the noodles on. Okay, this will be enough. First, grab a tiny bit of butter on the spatula so I can get the eggs nice and coated. I'm just gonna stir it around the noodles. As the water is starting to boil. Now time to add my ramen noodles, including the crumb bits. We'll just let this simmer, and while it's cooking, time to heat up the butter by my spatula. In Japan, you would use soft-boiled eggs, but we've never made boiled eggs, so I'm just doing it originally, and make it easier. Now we'll crack one egg into a bowl. Now we'll crack one egg into a... Ooh! We'll crack one egg into a bowl. And then we'll... With my buttered spatula, I'll just make it a flip over so it wouldn't... I'll just turn this down to 7, and I know the butter is slippery. Ooh, yeah. Look at that egg structure. This egg is doing well. This is like... The water is starting to boil. Let's turn this down to 7. This is now boiling, so let's turn it up to 7. But we need it on 9 to No, I'll just give this mix a stir. I'll just give that a stir. I'll just give that a mix. Ooh, starting to sizzle. Ooh, it's soft and crispy. That's why I put butter on the spatula. So it would be easy to. Oh, starting to boil. The water's starting to boil. So now let's turn it down to 6. So let's turn it down to 7. Now we'll give the egg on stir. I'll put the egg yolk in the middle so it would stiff and harden. The bubbles are starting to rise again. So now remember this. I'm gonna put this packet. I'm gonna put the spice packet at normal. I'm putting the spice packet in along with barbecue, jerk, seasonal chicken, seasonal fish, original, and tropical. And now we'll give us a stir. We'll give us a stir while adding in some more water. We'll add in some more water. We'll add in some more water. I'll return it to a 9 so I can let the bubble. Wow. Oh my gosh! My oven is off. The pan is off, but it's still cooking the egg. Still cooking the. I'm making it like I'm doing a broth. Nashi. Now I'm gonna boil this. I'm gonna return this to a boil now. As I turn it down to 8. When I turned it down on 7, it didn't boil. I'm gonna use my cheese slice into the bowl so I can let it melt and simmer. I put my cheese slice in there and let it boil. So I'm gonna let that cheese simmer. I'm gonna let that cheese boil. And now, oh my god, the cheese is now completely melted. Time to mix the melted cheese along with the noodles, and I'll mix it until the cheese completely disappears. Now we'll put that back to a simmer. I'll put that back to a simmer. Now I'll let this clear on a side. Wait. Oh, frick. Fuck. Oh my god, I'm cracking. I've splitted the egg yolk. Now time to turn the pan on again because I will be. No. This is what people would usually do. Chop off one sausage, but since this is too much, I'll just split this in half. And I'll just chop them. I'll just dice them up. just dicing these up into slice. I'll just dice these up. I'll just dice this, and then heat them on a warm. Unheat them on a warm 6. Unheat them up on a 6 pan. I'll just heat them up on a 9-degree pan. Now we'll get that butter spatula going. Well, if it's a start boil, time to drop. Oh, now start boil. Start to sizzle. Turn this down to 6. Now we'll just warm these up on high heat. I'll just warm this on high heat. I'll just warm these on high heat for about 2 minutes. I'll just heat these up on 2 minutes on high heat. I think the noodles are doing fine. Look at the sausages on there. Look at the sausage. Oh, it's starting to spit. Time to turn the pan down to 3. The highest is 9, but I'm just only going to crisp them a tiny bit golden. Assemble all the sausages, all the diced sausages together. Now I'm crisping them on a 5 on a 5. And then finally, I'm just trying to make the water. Oh shoot! I'll just turn. Now we'll just put the cooked sausages on the side. Now I'll just put the cooked sausages on the side while the noodles are cooking. Oh my Jesus! Look at that! My hot pan easily cooked. And what happens if I add water? Steam comes. And what happens if I give that a mix? Steam. This is like steam, you would call it. My sausages are. I don't know why we need egg yolk into this noodles. Guess. Then going to regret. They are. Oh yes. I've only got 9 eggs left, and this has got 3. Time to put the bowl. Now time to say pop up. Remember the word that I said last? It's pop the egg in a ramen noodle. Now time to shuffle it all up in the pot of water. There isn't enough water, so let's all use a cup. Now time to add 1 cup of extra water. Since I've actually I'm just going to make sure this is to keep the pan from boiling. My noodles have been trapped on 8. My noodles have been trapped on 8. Time to add a bit more barbecue to add the flavour in. Time to add the barbecue in. Time to add the barbecue in as now I give it on a mix. Time to mix this up. This is my last. Nothing really special. Time to finish by adding a bit extra water. And now finally add extra jerk since jerk is completely orange. Since jerk is completely orange. Woo! Then you know what time it is to add a finishing touch, salt and pepper. Definitely need to add more jerk, because jerk gets all that flavour. Like I told you before, jerk spice comes from Jamaica and they're my favourite spice blends all time. Now we'll give that a mix. Turn off the pan. And time to turn off the pan. Turn off the pan. Turn off the pan. In most ramen, most noodles in Korean, you would add chashu. Tonkatsu. Pork. Chashu, known as tonkatsu. Green onion. So tomatoes now. So I got the rest of the water in. Even though that's going to be too much. Now finally garnish it with egg. Garnish it with egg and your crispy sausages. Crispy sausages. If you want to mix, and that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoy. Now let's give these noodles a try, so see. Much better than before. The taste is much better than before. Subscribe if you want to try this noodle.